Yes, I did it. After tons of attempts, many screams, and many 3-hour play session warnings from the game, I beat the first cycle of Whimpering Wastes, and I'm going to discuss what I think about it. So let's skip the other half of the intro and dive right into it. Now, we're going to be talking about a few things here. Experience, my units, difficulty, tips and tricks, can a free-to-play beat it, overall review, and suggestions. There is a lot to discuss, as you can see, because although I beat this mode, I am not going to be completely out of touch and just say it's easy, because it's not. That wouldn't be relatable in the slightest, especially since it was pretty difficult. So I'm going to go through this bit by bit and talk about how I feel about this endgame. So let's move into my overall experience. Now, with this game mode, I was able to beat the first two floors of this game mode on mobile, with S ranks. The beginning isn't so hard, but the true difficulty comes from the later stages. The enemies are enhanced, they run away every time you try to get close to them. It's a pain in the ass. I've found ways to counter it through which I will share with you guys, but for now let's continue. So in order to get a general idea of what I had to do, I experimented. A ton. I watched a few bits of few YouTube videos and almost encountered whimpering audios when I was in the search bar. Just be careful what you search. But bottom line is that I constantly try new things, and I'm full cleared. Something you guys have to keep in mind though, is that you don't need all S ranks to get all rewards. You just need to reach the reward requirements. So look at this picture on the screen. This is my clearance on the first part where I got like all S ranks on mobile, and this is my clearance on the other parts where I didn't like get S ranks on all of my runs. So yeah, I was able to slip in a few A ranks because of that. This is so I can save all of my thinking for the easier stages so that I can complete them with the most points. The true challenge came at the final level though. I am not joking. I spent 4 hours trying to figure out how to absolutely annihilate the level. And so when I realized 3 hours later that the method I thought was good isn't good, I changed things up. Once I realized that this was the team, all I had to do was execute the run perfectly. And boom, I went from A rank on this level to double fucking S rank. More than enough credits required. Anyways, all this talking, I didn't show you guys my clearance and lineups. Here's what I used personally. That one buff you see used twice in the final level is the most broken bonus ever given in an event mode. It guarantees you good stats. Now in terms of difficulty, it's not really too hard once you learn the tricks, but if you're just now starting to try and learn all the combos and rotations, this mode is a huge ass kicker. So for me, not too bad. But if you don't have much skill or strategical thinking, this mode can be a huge pain. And I don't mean that in an insulting way, it's just that, you know, some people just learn slower. It's not a big deal. I didn't exaggerate when I said I spent multiple 4+ hour play sessions trying to figure this out. Because this was hard for me too. But, hot take here, I think this game mode is a lot more straightforward than Tower of Adversity. Hear me out. There's no energy system, which means any unit can be used as much as you like. No one-sided buffs, which means all units have a chance to exceed expectations. The enemies are not difficult, and once you get what needs to be done, the stages get better and better. With that being said, I'll save my negatives for later. So now, we move on to the tips and tricks that helped me truly succeed in this game mode. First trick is an easy one. Try things. I tried units with buffers that aren't even boosting the damage of their damage archetype. But regardless, it worked. My policy is that if you don't try new things, new combos, new methods, you get the idea. You have no right to clear this content. The second trick is the floors. Each floor has a specific enemy behavior. Once you learn that behavior, you can try new things to counter that enemy. And third, play with your character builds. I was swapping my weapons and echoes around constantly to make sure it was good for the floor I was about to do. I gave Chang Wei Camellia's weapon for fuck's sake. Finally, for the sake of your sanity, take breaks. This may seem like a fill-in, but it's not. I said multiple play sessions, because once I realized I wasn't getting anywhere, that I was getting too angry, that my performance was decreasing in quality. I stopped and waited until the next day. I'm not going to keep bashing my head if it's not accomplishing anything further. So, after I took a break, my mind was refreshed, my hands weren't entirely fatigued, I was ready to go again. Because, like I said, if you get too angry, you'll start to get worse because you're only focusing on your anger. Now here comes the question. Can a free-to-play player beat this? And my answer is yes. Because guess what? Despite how my account looks, it's free-to-play. I've spent tons of time exploring the maps, so I got almost every character I wanted. During 1.1, I had literally every fucking character in the game. But my main idea is that a free-to-play player can beat this. It just takes strategy. And of course, decent investment. Now though, we move on to the meat of this video. This is what I think needs to be fixed, so let's wrap up this video with some long final thoughts. Overall, I have to give this that was a rough voice crack, holy shit. Okay, overall, I have to give this endgame about a 6 out of 10. Although I think it's better than TOA, not only is this my preference, but some things need to be changed before it's an absolute fact. First of all, we need to balance the floors better. Some floors were good, and others were straight up miserable. Curb needs to stop doing this thing with unbalanced enemies. Some run away, some don't. It's getting fucking old. Just because me and a few others can handle this, doesn't mean it's unbalanced. Now, the second thing is the clearance lineup feature. Tons of people have been doing this, and the lineup data has not been gathered. Yeah, fucking right. Now, I feel that if these players have access to this, I feel that they can have a better idea of what can be used. More strategical aspects can be implemented with this. Now, if you guys have any other suggestions or feedback, then be sure to let me know down below. But yeah, that's about it for today's video. I just wanted to give my take on this new endgame mode, since some people seem to be struggling on it. Rightfully so. If you enjoyed, please be sure to like the video and subscribe for more gacha gaming content. We're trying to reach 500 subs, so subscribe to make that possible. Comment down below when we see you next, and check out my community tab in Discord for updates on upcoming videos. Be sure to also check out my Twitter. I have shitposts, reply to my favorite creators, and some dumbasses, so check that out as well. And with that, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye!